What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Not a Harley lowrider anymore, not on this channel. Love the bike, but time to move on to bigger and better things. And this is my 2026 BMW S1000Rr. The thing is a fucking beast, guys. I mean, it is beautiful. I know the camera's not going to pick it up, but the color that I chose, God, it is beautiful. It's gray, but it's got this like ocean spray blue. If you hit it right, God, it looks amazing. But anyway, this is the bike. This is my first ride. The only ride I did prior to this one is coming from the dealership to my house. So we're going to take this out. I'm going to give you guys my first impressions, and we're going to get to it. So yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing on this bike. It's been so long since I've been on a sport bike. So yeah, let's see what we got. All right, y'all. First impressions on the new BMW S1000. The ergonomics is completely different to any cruiser. Obviously, that comes with the territory, but I'll tell you what, it is eye-opening when you first get on this bike, especially after riding a Harley for 3 years. It is, I mean, it awakens you a little bit. This bike is so buttery smooth. It feels like a hot knife through butter. Got a quick shifter, which is magnificent. Never owned one of those before. So I feel like I'm spoiled there. And also auto blip. No clutch necessary. I know that shouldn't come as new news to anybody that's kept up with these bikes, but to me it's fucking awesome. I've never owned a bike that had any of this kind of technology in it. And it's just a little insane. I am loving this bike more and more after every mile I put on it. God, these corners just feel amazing. Man, I don't know what I was thinking, man. You know, like I said, I love the Harley. But it just wasn't giving me that excitement anymore. You know, I mean, great bike, never left me stranded. No complaints at all. But dude, hopping on this thing makes me realize just how much I love the sport bike frame and everything that comes along with it. Not to mention, this bike costs just a few $1,000s more than what I bought that Harley for. And the amount of technology that comes in this bike, all the way down to the heated grips, to the traction control, all the things. It's kind of insane. This isn't going to be a video about all the tech that's in this bike, because guys, that just needs, you guys gotta let me figure this bike out first before I get into that. But it really is just a first impressions ride. Oh boy. So coming from Harleys to this bike, I'll tell you though, slow speed, I look like a novice, dude. I look like I've never ridden before in my life. Anything past like 5 miles an hour, I'm good. But yeah, a little bit about me if you haven't seen my channel before. For the past 7 years, I've ridden a sport bike, ZX6Rs mostly. Bikes got stolen out in Cali, decided to change it up, got a Harley lowrider, had that for 3 years, loved it, rode the shit out of it. Basically started this channel on that, and here we are now on a brand new S1000. Bought it with 11 miles. So yeah, slowly been progressing. I feel like this bike is really going to take my channel to the next level, so be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, please, guys. I would love that. And yeah, check me out on Instagram and TikTok as well. It's Zizimoto, so nothing crazy, nothing confusing. So yeah, check me out there, DM me if you're in the Southwest Florida region. Let's ride, dude, let's ride. So yeah, man, God, this bike feels so fucking good. Right now I am restricted to only 8,000 RPMs due to the break-in period. BMW, they lock the bike down. They don't even let you have a thought about going above that. After, I believe what the guy said was 250 miles, it will let me go to 9,000. But in this video, if you see me kind of all over the RPM ranges, shifting when I don't really need to be, it's just so I can you know, run this bike through the RPMs. I'm a firm believer in breaking it in correctly. So, yeah, that's all. Wow. There is a lot of tech in this bike, man. So far, I have been getting more comfortable on this motorcycle. I'll tell you, the ergonomics, like I said, it threw me off, man. I felt like I was in a ball. Like, legitimately, I felt like I looked like I was in a ball. Obviously, I got pictures. I don't think I look half bad on it. But the way it makes you feel, you know, it makes you feel like you're always in the fully tucked position when you're really not. Which is cool. No worries, no issues. Like I said, you get used to it all. My wrists definitely feel sore. My lower back, though, actually isn't really affecting me like longer rides on the 600s did. Sorry, I got the hiccups. This bike has a very short 0 to 100 throttle position. I'll do it real quick. Like that, 0 to 100. So I don't know if they changed that in 25 or this year, but the guy was telling me how it's only like a quarter turn throttle. So I don't know. I love it. I think it feels really good. I think more throttles need to be like that, including on the Harley. I'll explain that in a second. So, like, for example, on the Harley, dude, I had to literally like break my shoulder and my elbow and stuff to get to full throttle. Which I guess doesn't really make sense if you really think about it. I mean, it throws your entire riding position off. So with a throttle like this, you can stay in whatever position you're in and get whatever throttle you need in that moment out of the bike. So feels good, feels great. So the factory tune with the restricted RPMs, this bike does not feel like something a majority of people can't handle. I know that sounds crazy, but everybody knows that these S1000s, ever since they dropped this style, so what, 2023 I believe? No, probably longer than that. They have been extremely detuned, especially in the low and mid-range RPMs, and even more specifically in a few gears. So it really does feel like a 600 almost, but and we all know after 8K RPMs, this bike's gonna open up and it's gonna feel like a totally different beast. But just my personal opinion right now, the bike feels like a 600, but we already know why that is, and that's no secret with these bikes. I knew about that back whenever they first dropped, and I was watching YouTube videos about them. So the braking, wow. This should be the standard, these brakes. I don't care if you're on a 300 or a liter bike or a Harley or whatever, supermoto. I feel like these brakes should be the standard. So these are Brembo brakes, front and rears, dual disc rotor, the whole nine. And I cannot believe how amazing these brakes are. I mean, they are magnificent. Now, mind you, sure, they are put together with the ABS and traction control and all that, but I haven't been crazy. I haven't even had to rely on that. But just slowing down, this bike feels so locked in. The brakes are locked in, and I haven't even broken them in yet. And it really makes me wonder, why isn't that the standard, even if you don't have a bike to this, degree of stupidity, I don't know. I mean, I know that you pay for what you get, but I feel like braking is a pretty important thing on a motorcycle, and I don't think we should cheap out there. So I think manufacturers should at least, and I'm only saying this because coming from the lowrider, I mean, I didn't realize how shitty those brakes really were. Now, they did what they had to do, and they never put me in any kind of trouble. But in comparison, wow, dude, they tripping, bro. Tripping. What's going on over here? I don't even know what this place is. getting kind of dark out. Should have worn my clear visor, but wow, this thing just feels amazing. No full throttle punches in this video, guys. We got to keep it tame. You feel me? We got to keep it tame for the braking period, and this is the early onset of the braking period. The clutch is so light, feels so good. You don't have to use the clutch for up or downshifting. I do it every so often just to help break in that clutch as well. But I also use the quick shifter quite a bit. But wow, this thing just feels magnificent. First impressions is I love it. It feels like this bike was made for me. Better explain that. Like, I just feel like I am one with the motorcycle. And God, that sounds so cheesy to say. But when I tell this bike to do something, it does it. And it almost feels like it does it prior to me telling it to do it. You know, like when I'm leaning, oh my God, I'm not fighting it to lean. It just, okay, you want to lean? Let's go. Okay, you want to lean? Let's go. Oh my God, dude. And mind you, I'm coming from a 700-pound Harley to a 400-pound sport bike designed for cornering, designed for performance. But I guess that's just the difference, man. I mean, it's what do you want out of your bike? What I want is this bike to be unlocked already. I really want to feel what this thing's got. But wow, I can't believe, I mean, I got my dream bike. I mean, it boils down to that. I got my dream bike. It's going to be hard for me to find flaws in this, but I promise you, if I do, it will be online. So make sure to subscribe, because I won't sugarcoat anything. If there is a problem with something, I will be sure to make it known. It is so quiet though, stock. We're not going to touch anything on this bike until after the break-in period, which is cool. Should be expected. But headers is a must. We got to get rid of that cat. You also drop like 20 pounds, I'm finding, when you go straight headers. And muffler, I might keep the stock muffler that came with this bike. I got the performance package or whatever the hell. It's not the M package, but it came with some like levers and whatever. But yeah, we're definitely going to see. And then obviously a BT Moto Stage 1 tune. That will really help open this bike up. And yeah, because I'm actually surprised at how detuned it is in the mid-range RPM. And I guess mid-range for me right now is like the 4 to 6 area. But it is actually pretty detuned. I can just feel it. You know, you give it full throttle, and it didn't really want to go anywhere. Mind you, it goes faster than what you need it, but not what you expect out of a super bike or a super sport like this. The looks on this bike though, guys, I mean, we can all agree that the S1000 is one of the best looking bikes. And I think that's what really draws a lot of people to it, including myself. Is if you strip back a lot of what it offers, including, you know, the technology, even the power, like if they made this bike in a 600, can you imagine what they would do to the competition? And they made it look almost the same, if not the same. And now, mind you, I know that would probably upset quite a few people, because this is like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't want to say you have to earn your way into owning an S1000. I just think that, like, it's kind of like a Corvette, right? You can't find a V6 Corvette. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling there, but yeah, everything about this bike so far has just been magnificent. You do get a lot of attention on this bike. On my way home, driving it from the dealership, I had like 4 or 5 people telling me to rev it and do a wheelie. No thank you. You know, yeah, hold on. Let me get past this. So, when I was riding it, I'll be honest, it made me feel like a new rider again, and I think that's a good thing. I think if I hopped on this bike and it made me feel like a pro, that would be bad. But yeah, no, for real, dude. I've been riding for 10 years. 7 of those have been sport bikes, and we're not even including my motocross days when I was a kid. This bike legitimately makes me feel like a brand new rider. For one, I'm scared of it, which is a good thing. But for real, low speed maneuvers right now, I feel like I just can't control this bike. But you know, this bike isn't designed for low speed, so it's me. It's me. I have to figure it out. The bike is beautiful. The bike is perfect. The bike knows what it wants. I have to make the bike work towards me now, okay? Or I have to figure out the bike, I should say. But the second you have the bike be in control, that's a problem. So always make sure you're in control of your own vehicle. So I'm I'm gradually and slowly moving into becoming more comfortable with this bike. Something kind of funny, actually. Yeah, something kind of funny about this bike is God, that feels good. Something about this bike is so I'm going into corners, right? And I'm coming into corners like I was on my Harley, and this bike just did not like it. Like, it was just not happy. It just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it really just did not feel good. So I finally was like, all right, speed it up into these corners just a little bit, 4 or 5 miles an hour. And when I started doing that, the bike just completely turned into a different animal. I felt locked in. It felt solid, like no issues, just a good time. And I was like, all right, yeah, let's not forget that this bike doesn't want to hit, you know, a decent turn at 2 miles an hour like the Harley did. This bike wants to fucking lean. Get this bitch over and lean it. So that's what I'm working on now, is, again, just getting comfortable on this motorcycle, because totally different animal, totally different beast. But my goodness, guys, we have so many videos to make now. Just so many. And I'm excited, dude. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get a part of the community again. Get into doing events and potentially blowing up my socials, creating some merch, really starting a community of my own. I think that's cool. That's the goal. Can't do it without you guys, though. So let's see how I do. I know this turns a little crazy, which is kind of why, because it gets sharper as you go into it, which is kind of why I took it. Now, I'm not leaning or doing anything. Okay, here we go. And God, it just flicks over and out we go. That felt good. That felt good. Could be way better, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But just wanted to try my hand at that corner, because that one's caught me off guard a time or two, even though I knew that it was there. But as you go into it, it actually gets sharper, and then it comes back out and goes to the left. So I just wanted to see how it felt. And it said faster, question mark. So anyway, guys, buttery smooth. Bike looks amazing. It's a 2026, like I said. I don't think they really changed much about them from the 2025. But I wanted to wait to get the 2026 so we could be the first to do it. You feel me? So anyway, like, subscribe, comment. I'm just going to cruise back home before it gets too dark. I don't have my clear visor with me. So one last thing I noticed is there is no storage, as you would expect. So that's the only shitty part about sport bikes. Anyway, guys, ride safe. I'll see you on the next one.